Hello everyone, famous mathematicians in history, mathematics scholars, right? Hello everyone, today is Tuesday and on Tuesdays we get to discuss something amazing, something beautiful and something educational, right? You are going to learn something beautiful today because as on Tuesdays we get to talk about one mathematician, right? On our show here we get to talk about one mathematician and we get to give you details about this mathematician, man. Guess what? Today's session we are going to talk about a mathematician as usual, but it's going to be a different ball game, because why did I say so? It's not going to be about a male mathematician. We are going to talk about a female mathematician in today's session, right? We are going to talk about a female mathematician in today's session, right? And you can place her in the ranks of Galileo Galilei. You can place her in that rank, right? Because she did something amazing in the world, in the mathematics world, right? Something beautiful, right? And that we are going to talk about in today's session, in this session right now, right? Now, everyone, let's welcome Hypatia, right? CAD 3602415, right? So Hypatia lived between CAD 360 I beg your pardon, to 415. She lived between CAD 360 to 415, right? Hypatia was a Greek woman. That means she's from Greece, right? She was a Greek woman, mathematician and philosopher. Hypatia was a Greek woman, mathematician and philosopher. So she was not only a mathematician, she was also a philosopher. She did amazing things, right? Now, women are underrepresented in mathematics, yet the history of the subject is not exclusively male. So when you start to talk about mathematics, there is no way you won't include female mathematicians like Hypatia. Do you understand? And women are underrepresented in mathematics, which means they don't give them their honor, or they are not recognized the way they should be recognized, or they are not talked about the way they should be talked about. But Hypatia was a Greek woman, mathematician and philosopher. She was a Greek woman, a mathematician and philosopher. Women are underrepresented in maths. That means they are not talked about enough, right? Yet the history of the subject is not exclusively male. Hypatia was a scholar at the library in Alexandria in the 4th century CE. Her most valuable scientific legacy was her edited version of Euclid's The Elements. The Elements, the most important Greek mathematical text and one of the standard versions for centuries after a particularly horrific death. Now I'm going to go over that again. Our most valuable scientific legacy was her edited version of Euclid's The Elements. Now she had other scientific legacy, but the most valuable one, that's the most important one, was her edited version of Euclid's The Elements, the most important Greek mathematical text and one of the standard versions for centuries after a particularly horrific death. She was murdered by a Christian mob who stripped her naked, peeled away her flesh with broken pottery, right, and ripped apart her limbs, right. It's so sad. No one deserves to end like this, but as a philosopher, Hypatia must have seen life a different way. But honestly, no woman in this world deserves to die like this, and especially for someone who is a famous mathematician, for someone who is a famous mathematics scholar, for someone who had notable scientific legacy, who was able to edit version of Euclid's The Element, the most important Greek mathematical text, and one of the standard version for history for centuries, is not supposed to end that way. But the deed is done. It has happened. May our soul continue to rest in perfect peace. It's so sad she had to end that way, but no woman, I repeat, deserves to end that particular way, the way she ended. It's unfair, it's uncultured, and it's how will I put it? It's injustice, right? Because the proper thing is to try her before the court, and not, this is more like a jungle justice, which I condemn. It's not right, it's not professional, it's everything. So I pray going forward, humans don't get to be killed like this, right? So thank you everyone for listening to today's session. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it actually made so much sense to you. And if you want to find out more details about mathematical scholars, right, we in our previous sessions, right, if you go back into whatever platform you are listening on, you go back to our library, you will find a list of famous 10 best mathematicians according to our own list. You might agree, you might disagree, you might love it, you might not love it. That's why it is called our list, right? These are our own list. This is what we feel as our 10 famous best mathematicians in history. You might have a contrary opinion, you might be against it, but it's your view. Our view might be different, right? So if you love content like this, you can go back and listen to the list of our 10 best mathematicians, right? It's on Spotify. It's whatever platform you are listening to, just go back, you'll find it there, or go to on search and type the 10 best mathematicians. You see it. It's going to bring it out, right? And you get to listen to it and contribute as well. Always contribute, take action, send in feedbacks, because Best Educator is always available to serve you, right? Just send in your feedback. We are going to reply. We are going to reciprocate, and we are going to attend to you, right? Send in your inquiries, right? So that's your inquiries, right? Send in your inquiries, and we get to attend to it, right? So I want to say thank you so much to everyone listening, right? Thank you so much for staying all through. And mind you, on Tuesdays we get to talk about mathematicians and famous mathematics scholars, right? So in our next session, on that next week's Tuesday, we are going to bring out another mathematician or another mathematics scholar, and we are going to talk about them briefly, right? So remember, you can listen to our daily podcast show on all audio streaming platforms. Remember, as you listen, take actions. Do not only stream, do not only listen. Are you following? Follow our daily podcast show. Talk about it. Share with your family, share with your friends, your teachers, everyone. Talk about it. Please spread the message that we do a daily podcast show, and which is informative, educational. There's no way you are not going to gain. It's a win situation for you if you keep listening to our daily podcast show. Best Educator Show, love and passion for education. Bye bye.